You say that reality is a manifestation of our frequency. When my partner or people treat me poorly, how am I accountable for that? I feel like I'm just kind of tolerating. Yes, as the master, we know that everything is a manifestation of our frequency. Do not remember this, my friend. It's not that anybody wants to be treated poorly. Anybody wants to be treated with disrespect or aggressively. Nobody wants to be sick. Nobody wants to struggle financially. That is not what we're talking. That's a judgment. That is not what we're talking about. I think that what we're embarking upon is this grander concept, this expanded consciousness that you are so cool and so miraculous that when you can align with feeling the accountability of the frequency that you are, that's how powerful you are. It doesn't mean that if somebody's treating you poorly, you're supposed to tolerate it. And you didn't want them to do that. That's not what we're talking about. But if somebody in your vortex is treating you poorly, the aligned master in you says, don't talk to me that way. You can do it with love and grace and respect for them. And respect for them. Because here's the deal. If there's a piece of you, and this is why the still point is so miraculous, if the conscious mind is like, no, I totally get it, and I did that, but they keep coming back to me. This shit keeps popping into my vortex. The message from the quantum realm, the quantum field, is that there is still a piece, there's still an energy inside of you that is still entangling with judgment or limited beliefs. And this is why this time is so powerful. And I'm inviting everybody to really, sorry for the word, I don't like this, take advantage. I don't really like that word, but take advantage of the time. Whatever, I did my best. But take advantage of this time because everything's kind of slowed down on purpose. So when you can really feel those parts of you, because you got to bring unconscious stuff. Friends, listen, you have to bring unconscious stuff to consciousness. You kind of got to be still with that. So I'm telling you, as the master that you are, yes, I'm talking to your master self, is that when you say something and you mean it from an aligned perspective, the frequency of love, it can't come into your vortex anymore. So when you say to your partner or your friend, don't talk to me that way, and the synchronicity inside of you is like, not trying to tolerate it, not trying to say, well, I got to work this out because I can't leave and I can't do this, all that lack and limitation. When you just move into alignment and you say, I will not be spoken to that way, it's over. I know you've all had this experience, especially folks with kiddos. There have been times where your kid's like, I want the Kit Kat at the end of the line, and blah, 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 blah. And you're like, no, and they keep hounding you and hounding you and hounding you. And then I know you've all had experiences where the kiddo says, I want to do this, and you're like, no, that's not going to happen. And they just turn around and walk away. What's the difference? The difference is when you said no from an aligned perspective, it couldn't come into your vortex anymore. A great example of what we talked about in the beginning of the session, which is that when you don't entangle judgmentally with any external light particles, they can't come into your vortex. Doesn't mean that you're not observing it, and it doesn't mean that you don't have a discernible perspective on it. It means that it can't come into your vortex. So keep being with this. Keep being with it. Excellent question, my friend.
The lid is off. You know there's more, so go explore.